Five, four, three, two, one. Hey everyone, Dragon Cowboy here for another night in the world of Kaataria.
Hello.
Everyone, but of course Lola, because Lola comes in late, is here. So, first off, some of my major announcements. Hey Ellie, of course, everyone says it's nice hair. For this month it is. I forgot to put on one other thing, but I've been busy doing updates. But the thing is, I'm able to at least read Discord on other messages with the dice room not having to come down. I've got a tablet over here to the side that I can type on any questions or anything that might be asked at times. So, good times. But announcements this month. Reason I'm wearing pink hair is because we're raising money for the Canadian Cancer Society. You can type in exclamation point CCS to get the link to go to click on a box. Uh, Tokens are to start happening, but it's going to be hard to keep up with, so we'll see how this goes. But as you know, I am a gamer giving back and such. And while I'm thinking about it, I forgot to do something. Give me 1 second, everyone, as I get this tweeted out. There we go. All right, back to all the fun stuff. As you know, I am part of Gamers Giving Back. This upcoming Friday, it's going to be the second walk done by the Tyrion Bullet Club in Guild Wars 2. As you know, this past
Jeez.
Friday, as you know, I lost my voice a little bit over the weekend. I had to stop talking a lot, drinking, keeping it from talking a lot. And this upcoming Friday, I am going to have song request system on to help with entertainment. So this Friday at 5 p.m. Central Time, 6 Eastern, we will be doing the second walk in pink or stroll in the pink. Then Saturday will be the human fashion show in Venti's Reach. That's being put on by the fabulous Malcolmus, who's handling all that for Pink Day in LA. And then Sunday will be the Char. And we'll have all the finalists from that for Pink Day in LA. I do not understand the details on that, but October 19th, Pink Day in LA. Be there. Help out the Canadian Cancer Society. Now, as I understand, Pink Day in LA is not just in Guild Wars 2. It is in Guild Wars, the original game, too. They're putting it on in both. So, you got to come and check it all out. October 26th at noon will be the Stroll in Black, being done by the Tyrion Bullet Club. So you know I'll be there, along with the infamous Sin of Anubis and his daughter Ellie, who's in chat, and along with some others here. And then October 31st, Night of the Necromancers will happen. And I still need to get that command. Beacon, if you're not too busy, can you get me a command up for Night of the Necromancers, NOTN, on October 31st at 5 p.m.?
Sure.
That Latarian Bullet Club's putting on for a last hurrah to get money donated to the Canadian Cancer Society. Alright. I think that's all the announcements at the moment I can come up with.
What about the token of fate?
Okay, on the token of fate deal, I want to do it, but it's going to be kind of hard for me to keep up with due to the way Gamers Giving Back is doing things. But what I'm going to do is kind of keep an eye on it. If anyone says they have donated and we can go and see that it actually has increased in the donations, will state that they did do a token of fate, and they can tell us if it's going to be a good or a bad one. And if it's a bad, who's going to get it, and we'll get the order set up that way. So we'll see how that goes. So with that, I think it's time for the recap of what happened last time. As you all have made it into Drache, the capital city of the Empire, knowing that Bastille has a price on his head, a 5 mil at the moment, y'all make contact with Savanka, and she is kind of having you all gather information. Though Helen has definitely found out some information, and hopefully, as the title states, can keep someone from killing someone.
You're not killing off Daddy Dearest, damn it!
F.
But the others are also in the process of gathering information. With that, Titania needs to make me 3 perception rolls. And then we'll follow what Grom does during the day that Helen finds out about what all her father is.
Oh, right.
Is Titania there?
I think he's still AFK.
Since that's happening, Dragon, real quick. So the command's almost done. Should I be like, what zone to log in for Night of the Necromancer?
LA, Lion's Arch.
Lion Charge, okay. I thought it was simply Lion Charge, but
it's Lion's Arch.
Yep.
Yeah.
You could have poked me too, Beacon. I'm going to be there as well with a brand new computer.
Oh no!
Friday.
Oh yeah, everyone Friday. I might not have to talk at all because we'll have Wolf just going, oh, this is so pretty, this is so pretty. Sin and I are almost at a point we're not going to talk and just let Wolf talk for both of our streams.
Your voice can be saved.
No, don't make me talk the entire time.
They're not gonna make you talk. You're just gonna end up talking the entire time. Exactly. You can see the bunnies in HD graphics and what happens afterwards.
I can kill all the bunnies. All the bunnies can die.
What do you think?
You might need to put the date in there of October 31st.
That's why I have people look at stuff. Let's see.
GG.
I know.
GG. Good going. Nice try.
I mean, good
Let's
otherwise.
see.
So, with that, Grom, you had gotten up real early in the morning. You had spotted that Titania had already been moved out to where she had to go to spy for Savanka. And
Okay.
and you were going to make your way over to the religious quarter of this city to speak with people at the Order of Shamrows, which happens
Yes.
to be the deity of your hammer. You
Yes.
and Amethyst both were going to this quarter, but she's going to be the church there to check in and also see about getting help. But you make your way there, and you're basically now on the grounds. I mean, they kind of got like a courtyard and such. What do you want to do?
Um. hmm. I guess the first thing would be to go. We'll see. How many paladin would there be?
This early in the morning, you see a few paladins and clerics outside this morning in the courtyard. And such, and others in just like robes, obviously probably priests or priestesses for Sharamp.
Okay, I will go over to um I'll actually go over to um one of the people in the ropes.
Okay. As you're making your way over there, where exactly is your hammer at the moment?
At my side.
At your side. So it's hanging off your belt per se, or
Yes. It's within easy like grab.
yes, I got it. I mean, basically quick arming.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Just perception rolls on most of these people, but as you make your way over to the road, one of the road people, neither one has noticed you. And hey, Shauna. Anyway, as you're making your way over to this person, you notice one of the paladins starts kind of like following you, noticing if anything, maybe the hammer. You're not sure, but obviously they've noticed something and is following you. You make it up, and this is a half orc female that you've come up to. And as you notice, her eyes are also on your hammer. But they're not saying anything yet.
Well, once he's up to her, he he looks at her and says, well, hello. I have a question about your group here.
You see her kind of look up, kind of like, Yes. Though I would say that you are also a follower of Sharam with that hammer.
You could say that, yes.
Please ask away what your question is about. Is it about our order here or what?
Yes.
Hmm.
What does your group do here exactly?
Like most of the religious groups, we're here to spread the word of Sharam. Uh, make sure
But
that,
does
but to make sure also that the law of Sharam is done.
your group ever take action if it's needed?
Of course, our paladins always wait for the opportunity, though they've been kind of chomping at the bit because of certain things that's been transpiring. But until we know more about exactly where to, we rather not have people needlessly killed, of course.
Of course. Because I'm looking for help
For what exactly?
to face off against a powerful demon.
What
Sorry about that.
what demon exactly? And before you answer, Titania, I need 3 perception rolls from you, please.
Okay.
This is for your day of reading lips.
Perception is +6, so
And with that,
you got 22, 7, and 12.
okay, okay. I'll explain what you came up with for the end of the night here that was taken to Bastille. As you will be staying in this room to sleep at night, as it's easier that way because of your sneaking in. So with that, Grom, her question was to you. So what demon are we talking about?
Balzra.
You see her kind of raise an eyebrow. I see. A lot of talk has been about him lately. What do you know about this situation?
More than what should be said out in the open.
Oh. And then you hear a gruff voice behind you go like, so, is that true? This place is secure. You should not fear to say anything you wish here. And as you turn to look at this, where this voice is coming from, it is coming from a paladin, a half orc. Both of these are half orcs, and even though he is wearing armor, you're still bulkier than him, though you are both the same height.
It's not this place that I'm worried about being secure. It's the fact that the mages.
Well, there. And as he was about to be saying it, she butts in. I understand your concerns. Let us go inside the church here to speak more about this. Come along, Gureka. She has not said her name, but I will give you. That is the paladin's name.
Grom would follow her inside.
Okay. So as you all enter, she leads you over to like a. I mean, this is most church. This is like any church setup. Mostly, you have people praying at altar and all that, but she takes you into like a side room, uh, and kind of have the door closed. So it's you three in there. So this is more than secure. I can tell you that we have magics in place to confound the mages guild here. So please, what is the situation?
Uh, um, Trying to explain it, or think of how to explain it. Balzrath is looking to set up making portals to his plane to bring forth his demonic army to this realm to conquer. Is the short version.
Yes. Gurika answers yes. So basically, what we have been hearing rumors of. He looks over to her. Paladins need to be released on this, and she's holding up a hand. Agreed that you all should be released, but yet you cannot be released. We do not know what connections there are. And to who, as so we can have justice sent out properly. We have to stay within the law, of course.
Our main issue right now, we believe the Mages Guild might be working with.
Working with him. If you had our evidence of this, I could have the paladins released to go take the Mages Guild into order, but we have to have hard evidence so we can make a move because of the.
I understand.
But we will be more than ready to help in case of any battle is to be done with demons. And I'm sure we will not be alone in this. There are several orders here that would more than likely join with us, and I can have private words with each of the heads that I know we can trust.
If you can do that, that would be greatly benefit.
I will definitely talk to one of our, what I consider a sister goddess to our own, Vedas, as she would definitely be one to join on this as well.
We have a paladin in our company right now who's actually following goddess. they're on their way to talk to
Oh,
that. So we might be able to get their help as well if
good,
they
good.
talk. But once I do have evidence, I will bring it to you. And
Of
you
course.
can.
Of course. Ricket's like, yeah, hopefully you can bring it soon. I mean, we're chomping at the bit, as she says. But I will have the paladins ready to move at the moment's notice that we get this.
Grom would nod.
What else are you planning to? I mean, other than needing the hard evidence, is there anything else that we should know about? Anything they could be after, or such?
The main thing the demons are after, right, are three special. Yeah, three.
You don't know about the other two orbs yet. This is,
Hmm?
if you're going to talk about 3 orbs, you only know
I
about
thought
the
that was
one
brought forward.
that was brought forward by Helen the night you're doing this. So you don't know about the other two.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad.
Silly fuzz.
They were after an orb we were able to obtain. Aside from that, I don't know.
Just one orb?
So far, yes.
Okay. Not sure what the ritual would be. There are all types of different ones. Maybe the one that you already have in custody that is protected, hopefully, was the only
Yes.
one they needed.
Here's hoping.
So, who else other than yourself is involved? Any people of note that we would know of?
Myself and my companions, and there are some the
You gonna give any names per se, or you just gonna keep that vague? That's up to you.
I am gonna keep that vague for now
Okay.
because Grom doesn't entirely know the relations that um, the Empire has with Sylvan or
Drache or
that one, Drache.
you would know. Drache is like a hero all across Kaataria. You already know this part. So he would be a respected name to use. Now, Sylvan, of course, that is understandable if you're not sure if you should say that name or not. But Drache's one you could say, and it might draw some attention from them or whatever. Up to you, though. But as I say, Drache is well received in all parts of Kaataria. He does not hold to any particular
There's me and my companions. We have Drache, who's in on this, and a very well-talented mate.
The paladin would speak up, Garika. Do you speak of Drache Zavit? One of the known demon slayers that we would love to talk to always?
No,
Stop.
I'm not there. I
Yes.
can't say nothing.
Yes.
He looks to the priestess. You have to let us loose. If he is involved in it, it's way serious. And she holds up a hand. I understand. And due to we have someone that is known that has had to do this in the past, does not mean we just let loose. We have to show restraint here. Do not let your orc side control your actions right now. She looks back to you. I see. Keep us informed. Any developments you have, please let us know. We will be more than ready to help.
Of course. Can I get your name?
I am Priestess Jiren. Jiren. As in, let me.
I am Grom Hillside.
Of course. Are you a paladin by chance of Sharamp as well, carrying the hammer of hers? Or just a champion?
I am her champion. I am not a paladin.
Well, with the hammers in view, I know demons are a troublesome thing. But I need to follow the law and know about stuff.
I understand. He then turns to Gurika and says, you and your paladin's time will come soon. I can promise you that.
I look for the day that we can fight side by side then on this.
As do
And he'll hold out his hand for a kind of like an orcish handshake.
Grom would reply, taking the hand.
With that, you're welcome to leave and do whatever else you wish to do. I see Lola's name in Discord. Is it about time for her to be coming on?
Dwarf paladin.
It's about that time.
Yeah, it's about.
Sorry if I was muted for a while. I was talking to Mom.
Oh, no problem,
Just
no
wanted to-
problem. Yeah. But with that, just to go over what the first day notes were for Bastille to get from Titania. Most of the day that Titania took notes, only 3 things would stand out for you, Bastille, that was sent to you.
Okay.
The first being one of the Mages Guild representatives, as no names were given on that one, had asked if they could raise the bounty on Bastille Babola to 25 million gold.
Yeah, I'm a threat.
No, I think it's more like Nico Robin. They're scared of you because the knowledge you hold, not necessarily because of the threat you might be.
Shush. Anyways, the real Bastille would probably have to take a moment once hearing that.
Or seeing that in the paperwork.
Yeah, he would have to take a minute and just try to relax and stuff. And then afterwards, then he comes to the second revelation. Go ahead and say what it is.
Just some talk about the name Gurish came up. Still missing. And this is coming from another person that supposedly was in the Mages Guild. That, on looks, no names were given. But Titania was good enough to write down certain descriptions of some of these people. And what she wrote for this one was it was a dragonborn with a slight green tin scale.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't use my personal note system on that.
Alright, so Dragonborn Ingarish. Alright.
Talking about Gurish. So this is definitely something that could be helpful. And the last bit was in 2 nights' time, talking about bringing in a group of females to check for virginity from a couple of guards and such.
Fun.
That was the information you got from that. So, Grom, was there anything else you were going to do during this day? Because this is Revelations for Bastille Geeking at Night. And you probably got this after you and Helen had actually taught Bastille.
He's actually gonna walk around a little bit and try and like observe the guards to see if there's any like differences or like new signs he might have to learn from his old from when he used to be as a soldier.
Make a perception check on this, please. And you can do this with advantage due to the fact what you're trying to catch on this.
Really? Really? Okay.
7.
I got a 7.
The dice pod is having a day.
I should have done a warm-up roll.
From what you can tell, there's really nothing new right off that has caught your eye from what you're seeing in this area. You're still kind of in the religious quarter, maybe other areas, maybe you might want to look and see if there's anything new or different.
I'll move to a more militaristic area.
All right. So, not meeting back up with Amethyst, and it was already decided that you two might not meet back up to go back to the embassy. That you would go separate ways if needed. You go kind of over to the garrison militaristic area.
And then I will try to.
Do this again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would I get advantage again or no?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. 15.
This time, though, when you got over here, yeah, there's definitely a few new signs that is taking place. But exactly what they are depends on if you can mimic or not. It seems to be a little more intricate than normal.
Well, it's something I can ask Fire Dance about.
Yeah, definitely something you might want to. And with that, it's taking you most of the day. It's already getting dark when you finally get this figured out. But we're going to go back in time again once more.
Hello.
Hello, Lola. It's time for Amethyst's day in the religious quarter.
You missed some paladins.
Oh, but I would have been at temple anyway, so I would.
Yeah,
have
your
gotten to see
temple.
them.
I was at the Sharon temple.
Yeah.
Aha.
You had split up when you got in the religious quarter to go to the different ones. So, as you know, but still is staying at the embassy. He's the one that basically all the info's being brought to help try to compile sense, but still knows the mage's guild the best.
And 25 million bounty now.
That's not known
Ooh.
till tonight, okay?
Hey, yeah, you hush your mouth.
Okay.
You just blew everything. Way to go.
I know. I'm the worst.
Wait, today's not the one-off?
Nope.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I was like,
Dragon needs the
aren't
rest
we
of the
supposed to
voice.
have an extra person?
No.
Don't worry
No,
about
if we were going to have a one-off, that would happen after the normal session, but I'm not doing a one-shot because of my voice situation.
Okay, right,
I'm
right.
not going to push myself right now. I am going to actually see about a different day. Still in a time frame that most people can still do, hopefully. If we have it where it's going to be a change out of who's going to actually be here, that's fine. But I don't know when
Okay.
yet. But as I say, you're in a religious quarter, and you've actually been in the city before. You know your way around a little better. You actually helped Grom get here, and now you're heading right straight. You know right where you're going.
I'm glad Amethyst knows where she's going because now that I'm solo on this little point in the story, I'm way over my head. This is where all my weakness on Dungeons and Dragons is going to come through.
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Feel free, Peanut Gallery, to just throw some education my way.
You know me.
All
I
right.
always give out great advice.
You give great advice. I know exactly the opposite to do of anything you say.
Perfect.
Best, most consistent advice ever.
Yes.
So,
All right. So I have made a beeline to the to my temple, the
yes,
Temple of Vita.
that is correct.
I'm doing some research, and I have forgotten what research I'm doing.
I'll tell you what
Well-
you need to know here in this world.
All right.
As you know, it is you could say temple, but it is a church-style building in this place. It's got kind of like courtyard. All the buildings are almost identical around in this area. And as you walk in, you definitely see some paladins in the courtyard, along with clerics and some priests and priestesses, that sort of thing as well. A couple of paladins see you as you come in and give you the proper salute of any bid paladin would to another. Right off.
Which, of course, I return.
Okay.
Perfect.
Now, do you wish to seek out anyone in particular, or are you...
This is where it's helpful for me to remember what Amethyst went here for, because I forgot.
Let's say Amethyst has been here and has had training here, definitely with some of the paladin trainers. In particular, one named Strong Stout, another dwarf.
Well, it would probably then behoove me to go hit up the people I know best. But I volunteered to go here for a reason. What did we say yesterday?
You were actually looking to see if you could get more help to fight with the demons. It's what you were. This is what you're kind of doing. You're going to the religious orders for help per se. You're actually really trying to get help. What Grum was doing was kind of the same thing, but yet a little different. He was passing information on and probably helping get help as well.
So it seems like, what was my friend's name?
You're the trainer here. He's a trainer.
Yeah,
Strong Stout. Another
Strong
dwarf.
Stout.
He's about 5 foot tall. I mean, he's a real tall dwarf male.
Wow, somebody I can really look up to. All right, and well, it sounds like I'll be needing probably, in addition to, let me see, the kind of help we'll be needing will probably be, well, hopefully the odd boon from the goddess, maybe an enchanted item. So once I hook up with Strong Stout and tell him my dilemma, I'll probably also want to have a word with a priest in terms of getting an audience, or at least conveying a prayer to Vita. Let's start with Strong Stout.
Okay. You ask a couple of them where Strong Stout is, and they basically tell you he's in his office inside the church, which you know exactly where. You go in, and you can find him there with one of the priestesses of Vita as well. As you come up to his door is always open.
All right. I peep inside and notice that they're conversing. So I stand outside of the threshold and tap on the door frame to announce my presence.
No, Strong Stout looks. Oh, Paladin Amethyst. What can we do for you today?
Well, I'm glad I could catch you both at the same time. You see, I have a question of a rather demonic nature, particularly concerning, well, I'm not at liberty to say at the moment, but we do need the protection of a particular artifact. And really anything will help. But first of all, I was wondering if you had any advice for me as to where I perhaps should begin searching.
The priestess looks. What is this magical item? And it's dealing with demonic. So please, more information would be needed before advice could be given.
The The artifact itself is not demonic per se. Rather, the creatures interested in it are, and they've been quite persistent. We've seen our fair share of succubi along the path, and it's getting to be a little bit disturbing.
Hmm.
Out
Well,
of character, I have no intention of revealing what this item is.
okay. All right.
I ain't gonna tell.
Yeah, well, at least you
I ain't no
gave
snitch.
something that Bowsrouth is known also for. Luckily, with something you said. Succubi, you say? It sounds like the Demon Lord Bowswrath is involved. But surely he is not back, is he?
It's funny you should mention it. I rather witnessed something that seemed quite suspiciously like. Wait a minute, did I witness?
You've seen
Out of
Bowswrath already.
character.
You saw
I've seen
Bowswrath.
Bowserath. Okay, I saw him. All right. Then I'll hold to my answer. I still don't want to reveal too much. Yeah, and this is something I haven't mentioned yet, but I might as well bring it up now. Is Amethyst is a little bit rattled, to tell the truth, especially by Sylvanka's sudden appearance in the embassy, and she's starting to be a little bit less trusting of appearances lately. So hence her reluctance to reveal too much. That's not on a need to know basis.
Okay.
However, I am also interested in anything that would help against Balzarath. So let's just say, yeah, I happened to witness something suspiciously like.
Suspiciously like Bowswrath?
Oh well, you know. Mm, out of character.
These are two people you can trust. I mean, they are part of your order. You should have no problems trusting them per se, as you would others.
Oh, all right.
So, just to give you
Um,
that piece of info.
Okay.
You should feel more comfortable talking to these two than any other person.
Okay, dokie. Um, I should have done more homework. Um, sorry about that. Sorry about that. So suspiciously like. Okay, I'm ready. I've got to tell. Okay, well, not to cause any alarm, but enough to enough to spread some unwarranted rumors, or perhaps not so unwarranted. To tell the truth, I actually saw him a few days ago. With some assistance, we were able to drive him off, but it would be much more effective if we could keep him from coming back, or at least keep him distracted elsewhere.
Strong Stout is like, so the rumors are true. Who helped you drive them off, if anything? Because it takes a powerful person to be able to, and I only know a few right now in this world that could, without having a full paladin force.
Someone as powerful as Drache.
Drache's a beat, huh? I already
Sorry.
did knowledge rolls on this, so.
I just find it funny. That's all. No, Drache Savage. Every time.
Well, I could do like.
He is
I
a
could
known
do-
hero far
I
and
know.
wide.
I know.
So,
I mean,
It's like saying Tom
I could
Hanks.
have.
I know.
I could have done my running gag and called him Drachu or Druchi, which would
That's-
actually.
That's a Grom thing. Come on.
yeah.
Grim.
You're right. I could never cheat on you with name mispronunciation.
Never cheat on Grom.
I have no girlfriend. I can't cheat on anybody.
All right. So, yes. So for once, I managed to finally pronounce something correctly. Yes. Are you aware that he has relatives living?
I'm not sure about relatives. I know certain people he's worked with in the past.
Well,
Family members are alive that he's been named godfather of a couple I know of.
well, as it happened, I'm here on the advice of. As it happens, I'm here on the advice of one of them, and I. And indeed, any help. We don't want to. Any help would be welcome. However, we don't want a full force of paladins, because that would draw unnecessary attention.
What kind of help are you needing at the moment? I mean, if we're dealing with a demon invasion or something, then you will need the full paladin force to help fight this, along with others. So it will probably take a special group to just go in to take care of the main leader.
That would be an excellent distraction, now that you mention it. And I wouldn't be averse to such an arrangement. But in the meantime, something that might be able to, say, prevent anything valuable from being tracked.
Priestess would kind of. And what sort of valuable thing not being tracked is my question. We should know what it is, at least.
Hmm. What was the thing that we're protecting that I forgot that is in the house of so and so?
The orb
I'm,
of
like, really out
the
of it.
sphere of Osiris.
Okay, and at this point, I'm going to turn around and close the door, looking down the hall to make sure that there's nobody hanging out too close nearby.
Do a perception check on this to see if you happen to notice anyone.
Yeah.
Nope.
As far as you could tell when you're closing this door, no one was anywhere close or anything.
All right. So I draw near to the priestess, close enough that that strong stout, the three of us, strong stout, myself, and does our priestess have a name, or is she just generic NPC?
She has a name that hasn't been given yet. Even though you would know it, I should go ahead and tell you that it is Deanna. A
Okay,
human
so-
priestess.
Deanna of Troy.
Shush. So Amethyst knows Deanna.
Yeah, you would know her.
Yeah, she should know her since Amethyst studied here. All
Yep.
right, so Deanna, Strong, Stout, and myself are huddled, and so Amethyst whispers to them that it is the Orb of Thingy, because once again,
You're not going to try to
I'm a little
pronounce
bit
it.
behind.
Yeah, I know. Some of these names
I-
can get crazy done.
That's the reason why I just stopped trying to pronounce things and just be like, can you just repeat it? And I'll just say that word.
That word. I like Orb of Thingy. Orb of Thingy works for me.
Okay, well, the religious check that was just done by the priestess. She just like, how many portals were they wanting to try to open? You know it's multiple. You know it's multiple portals, not just one. That much was given to you.
All right. Well, it's definitely more than one.
That wouldn't be the only sphere then for a portal, because if it's more than one, they would need multiple spheres. There's two others that would have to be used.
Oh my. At the moment, the one that we're in protection of is in a rather fancy little house that seems to be able to move around on its own. It's this house which is being tracked. Hence our principal concern. But if there are two others,
Strong
that
Stout
complicates
would
things.
state, is it the Arcana Sylvan? The traveling merchant?
It is.
Well, she definitely has some enemies here in the city, though she is going on good relations usually with the Empire, but if she's being tracked, that does disturb me enough that I'm going to have the Paladins on high alert now.
We have narrowed a couple of possibilities. One seems to be a out of character. Amethyst is not actually suffocating.
Yeah, that's
Darth Vader is not actually doing a force choke on her.
I'm gonna have to do a perception check, see if I hear it, and rush your aid.
Okay.
What would Helen? What's your pop's rank among the Wolfgarians? Is he a chief, a leader, a noble of any sort?
Her father is human. He is not have.
I didn't remember whose half
My
was which.
mom is Wolfgarian, and she was the chiefess of my pack.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Daddy Dearest is human.
Okay, Daddy Dearest is human. What's his profession or class? Because I forgot his name.
He's a magic user. It's all
He's
about.
a magic user, so.
That's about all you would know. You don't know a whole lot other than what's been given.
All right.
At this moment, I mean, tonight you might be able to find more things, but
right. So tonight we've got as of right now, we've got two possibilities. One is this human magic user, if I'm right, and we don't know whose side he's on, but he does not seem to be on the demon side. The other possibility is that
he absolutely hates the demons.
she doesn't know this. He does.
Oh, never mind.
The only thing she knows is that he does not like the demons at all.
Amethyst is on pause.
Yeah, as I state, you know he is totally against the demons. He would not fight on their side. Though some of the group thinks he might be behind tracking. No, it's kind of a real stretch for this. with what even
Okay.
Drache has said. Even though I hate his guts, he would never join the demons. He hates them as much as.
Right.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you can take his wording more as actual gospel. So he would not be a real suspect. So you would not need to bring him
Right.
up here.
Well, do we believe that he's tracking it though? Even though he's not on the side of the demons.
You could bring it up to see if they state anything, like if he was a enemy of hers or not. Though.
Hmm. Okay, so the I'm gonna go ahead with this then. Okay, I'm gonna press the play button on Amethyst.
Perfect.
I fucking love this. Just going to press the play button now. Alright, ready to go. Keep going. I'm sorry, I had to make that comment.
We have two possibilities. One is that the demons themselves have found a way to track the Arcanist. The other is possibly a human. He's a magic user, but that's as far as we know. He certainly does not seem to be on their side. We've limited it so far to these two possible culprits.
Actually, you do have a third. The Mages Guild themselves.
Oh, the Mages Guild.
So you can add on to this. So we'll say 3 possibilities. So.
All right. So there are 3 possibilities: the demons themselves, the Mages Guild, or there is a third option, and that is a human magic user who has no association, as far as I know, to any demons at all.
Does this human have a name?
What's your pop's name, Helen?
Call him
What?
Bob.
Jean-Claude Quintet.
Jean-Claude Quintet. I don't know how you say that every single time, Dragon.
That's right. Jean-Claude, I'm going to scroll up. Do we have... Oh, no, that's too many dice rolls. That guy.
Claude Van Damme.
You shush. I was hoping... I knew it was written down in dice roll, but, I really shouldn't be scrolling it. Jean-Claude Quintet? Quintet? Quintet.
Quintet.
Okay.
Dragon.
Okay, that's close enough. Just go. We're going with it.
Okay. His name's Jean-Claude Quintet. Because since when do I pronounce anything correctly?
Fine.
I don't understand why he would have a problem
Don't
with
worry,
her.
I'll extra butcher your name later, Fuzzy.
Huzzah.
Very Francois.
I do not see how he would be behind it, though. We have had reports that the Mages Guild could be working with demonic people while we were already preparing for that sort of thing. So this just helps even confirm that the Mages Guild could be behind this. But, as the priestess Diana would say, we have to have more proof before we can do an all-out assault on them. We need hard proof, not just speculation stuff.
I quite agree. And in fact, if there was a way we can find out who is tracking the Arcanist and how, it would go a long way to determining what we should do next.
Make me a... No, you don't need to make a roll. Well, actually, you do. Make me a persuasion roll with this, with advantage.
All right.
Actually,
That's
something
pretty
that...
persuasive.
19. Okay. You see Diana and Strong Stout look at each other for a second, and it's like, I will have a few people do some magical tracing around the Mages Guild and the garrison, as we believe the soldiers are not exactly right now. But we will see what we can do on finding out who might be tracking. That kind of spell would be putting out a major aura in a place. So I'll get our best people that can trace that kind of spell and let you know something. Where are you staying at the moment, Paladin?
You'll find us. You'll find us at the Bulgarian
Embassy.
Embassy.
embassy. I remember that word.
You did it.
Very
You'll
good.
find us at the Bulgarian embassy.
Very good. We'll be more than happy to send any info we have to you there.
I look forward to it.
If there is nothing else, this is your calling for now. Follow up, make sure what's going on with the Bowsrath demon and such. But there are 2 other orbs that could be used in this that they could be looking for.
I'm out of character. I'm coming right back. I need to go use the restroom.
And I was about to be doing a BRB anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, bye.
All right.
All right, so it's AFK time.
So with that, I mean, as I say, she is just reinforcing that, and we are going to take a BRB, everyone. Be back in a few minutes.
Yay.
Fine.
Okay, so no more swearing. Got it. I will try to remember that. I'm sorry about the last couple.
All right, everyone, we're back. And
Hello.
and also saying, hell yes, we would get on to you if you were sick, just like you do everyone else. We would be too.
I mean, you guys would yell. I mean, I already had all of you guys yell out before when I got sick. Dragon included. I was very sick, and Dragon's like, go to bed! It was not a good... Like, I had Dragon telling me, you better get your ass in bed,
So,
or I'm not going to play a game with you. So...
with what is going on, I'm putting those two names in. Basically, with the religion knowledge roll on this, that is actually the two names that actually someone else has learned this day as well of the other two orbs.
All right.
I put it in the Discord dice roll chat so everyone could get it wrote down as to what the other two orbs
actually
are.
written it down myself. Oh wait, what's the name of the one we have then?
Osiris and that is actually in notes somewhere. I'm sure of it.
That's in stream notes. That I know it's in stream notes.
Yeah, I know it's in stream
Because
notes.
I had it in stream notes beforehand too.
Oh, okay, I should look in there then.
Especially wrote it down with poor Grim and his
Yeah,
his mental state.
It's right in the first, like technically the note 4. It's the blood. It's gate, blood moon, sphere, moon.
Just
Bowser,
so everyone knows, I'm not bringing up the whole note thing right now because I did not check to see if it will come up today with all this BS here. There it is for y'all.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's it's in there. Oh wait.
That's.
Did I not share it with you, Lola?
I don't know if it is or not. I mean, y'all can get that figured out later.
Yeah.
Alright, I got it. And pen and paper. Alright, so we've concluded this visit with the,
So
right,
basically, we'll go through a quick summary here. Amethyst spends most of the day here, definitely having it to where they will definitely have extra help from other paladin orders to come fight the demons and such. That's already been discussed. And she finds out about the other two spheres from her priestess there, knowing more about the ritual than some of the other people they've talked to, other than maybe one person. So she gets that, and we'll fast forward now to the point where we left off with Savanka leaving Bastille and Helen at, and the others are you other two are kind of moving on in. One thing I will admit is that Titania was going to stay there that night and be back tomorrow evening. Food was going to be taken to her and such by Savanka. So, Titania, you're still kind of just there reading lips and whatever, except when you go for your 4 hours, which is around midnight. Depending.
I'm sorry, at the end of my notes, people stop showing up. Sleep time.
Yeah. So, Grom and Amethyst, you both kind of get back around almost the same time, and you see Helen just there, and you see, but still going through all this paperwork already.
No, I'm reading my mother's grimoire. Remember?
Oh, yeah, you're reading your mother's grimoire. Yeah.
Because you're in love.
They don't know that. They don't know that.
I don't care.
Why are you doing this to me?
Because I can.
Of course.
So, y'all get back, do you want to just go quickly over what all you all have learned? And that sort of thing.
Well, let's see. So, what type of? Are we just like hanging around in a big empty room? Is it?
It is like a office / dining room that's been given. You have full access to that the Wolfgarians are letting you use at the moment. That is connected up to where you can go to your rooms for sleep.
Ha. Oh, all right. So there's a. This is it. We're in a sort of common area, and everybody's already there.
Yes.
Yeah.
In that case, then we'll be able to catch everybody else up.
Yeah, you're able to catch everyone else up here as to what's going on. Depending on what you want to start saying, because Savanka is kind of already left. She will probably be returning, and that's when the last set of notes that was coming from Titania will be handed to Bastille, and we'll see his reactions too. We've already kind of got an idea of what it's going to be.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is all the stuff that I've missed in the past hour.
Or last session. That was the special session on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's the half-hour session that Dragon, Behan, and I...
1.5 hours. That was a 1.5 hour stream.
Alright. I thought it was half hour. I must be extremely tired. This is the reason why we don't keep time.
No,
I
just time flies when you're having fun, that's all.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't know on that part. That week was not
Okay, so I'll just go back and watch the... Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll go back and watch the video. Or I'll rewind the stream.
I'm proud of you.
But
Hit me on YouTube, I know.
I mean, basically, after Helen is able to maybe probably talk more clearly now that she is over her initial shock and reading her mother's grimoire, she's notified you guys, and there's like 2 books there to help you find the other 2, even though one of the languages was Halfling that I don't think anyone here can speak. The other one being Dwarvish that, well, you have someone that's a dwarf in your party, so at least that book can be read.
Yet? Damn.
Yay! Oh, I'm totally dropping you as a student. You're like the worst student ever.
Wow.
I'm serious. Bastille was able to learn the entire alphabet drunk in half an hour.
You know?
No.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Don't deny Titania that yet. I mean, you haven't been able to work with Titania as much, so you got to give them at least one more chance. Titania is actually trying to learn a lot of languages. So,
It's one of her life goals.
yeah, actually, in a way it is, so...
I mean, worst comes to worst, she could just teach me, and then I teach Titania, I guess.
So,
who knows?
y'all get it together, so... However, you know that you're needing 2 other orbs. You don't know what's the situation with them. And we'll say this is going on, you know, a little bit later. Because Helen had gotten there right before dark because of things. And you guys kind of arrived after dark. You having a quick meal, whatever. And finally, we'll say about 8 or 9, you see Savanka come back in. Though it's kind of startling at first because of how close she can actually get. Carrying a set of leg armors that looks close to maybe Grom size with her.
Yay, Grom armor.
Grom would actually turn to Savanka and say, How long have you been in the Empire for?
Oh, what do you mean by that? I mean, I've been here for years. I've been in the freelance. I've been all over. I mean, I am about 140 years old.
What do these signs mean? And he starts doing the signs that he observed from the guards.
Oh, those are some of the military secret code signs. You should be familiar at least with some of the older ones from when you were a soldier. I would hope.
I do remember some, but the problem is that they might have updated them or changed them in some way.
Let's see. I'll see about trying to get some intelligence for you on that before you try to do what you're planning on with this armor. Let's see. What are we lacking? Okay, there's your chest piece, and here's the legs. We still need to get some gauntlets and boots
Helmet.
and helmet. Yes. All right. Hopefully, I'll have that for you by morning or by midday as I get some of this other information. Anything else we need to know about while I'm here? Oh, by the way, she pulls out some folded papers. Here you go, Bastille. This is from Titania as to what she has uncovered from reading lips today. I don't know what's important, what's not. I didn't really read over it.
Good stuff. I'll take care of it. Thank you.
And as you know, when you open it up, you spot what you need to spot. So do whatever reaction you want.
Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, that's really disgusting. 25 million. Not 5 million anymore, possibly.
It was a typo.
Yeah, I wish. But
No, 5 million was a typo. They left off the 2.
Oh, I see. but no, and then let's see. Oh, so there's more women in 2 days. Oh, fun. More virginity checks. That's lovely. Let's see.
What?
Is this in character or out of character?
Hello?
Okay, so
Well,
Virginity
at the moment,
checks,
I
and I
suppose
mean-
characters.
It's not just women; it's men and women. I don't know why I have that way it is, but it's men and women on virginity check. Young, let's say young
Is it
teenager.
are they like throwing people into volcanoes or something? Repelling vampires? I don't get the virginity checks.
It's part of the ritual to open the portals for the demons to invade. The group would have been able to explain it. Yeah, it's
human sacrifice. It's a sacrifice.
humanoid. Let's be fair here. It's not.
Humanoid sacrifice.
It's all racist.
It's still a
Okay, so it
sacrifice.
is. So it is kind of chucking people into the volcano. All right.
Metaphorically, yes.
I'm like, is this some kind of club that you go to or something?
Oh my god.
Oh, Lola.
Must be at least this tall to enter this ride.
Oh,
Damn, dwarves are excluded.
Just ride Augusta.
Actually, no.
And then Grom walks up, and he is too tall to ride this ride.
God. Okay, and then after our
all right. Anyway, yeah. All right. Virginity checks.
Yep. So,
Etc.
I then say, "Oh, looks like a dragonborn, green tip, whatever scales is talking about Gurish. So that's not good because of course she's been missing. Great. I look at Grom.
To my updated knowledge, Gurish should be with Sylvan,
Yep,
or at least in the town.
that's good. I just actually, Helen, why don't you write to Sylvan to make sure that Gurish stays with friends,
Wait,
quote unquote.
right? Or send a message.
It's the send message. If I say write, it means send.
Wow.
Vocalize, whatever you want to call it.
So, asking her to do a send message spell, which
Yeah.
she's more than capable to. You're welcome to do that.
Use sending. There's the proper term.
So, 25 words or less is what you can send. So, what are you going to send to Sylvan? Since that's one you're focusing on.
You just want me to let her know to keep Gurish in the town that they're close by, basically. Not stray too far, correct?
Man, they're even more strict than Twitter.
Beacon, is that correct? Basil, is that correct of what you want me to say?
Yeah, just basically just stay near the town, stay near friends. Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, yeah.
Yeah. Before Helen sends a message, is there anything else anyone wants to add on to this?
With love.
So Vanka is still there, and it's like, oh, so you're able to send messages. Add on that we may need my Drache down here. She was going to say Godfather, but changed it to just Drache. I'm afraid this is going to be over our heads, and we may need them.
Are you quite sure? We still have to meet with my father.
Listen, he can't get down here in a day. If he can, from Kara, I'd be shocked.
Very well.
Shows up tomorrow. Wait a second.
Yes. Yes.
Drache can cover a lot of ground, but for Drache to get from Kara to Rock, it would take about a week. Other people, it would take longer, so...
Hey, I'm just being careful.
You're-
Mr. Title of what you have planned on for tonight.
Portals.
I have played my cards right and carefully. So yeah, Helen would just send it to Solvent Darkhanus and just say keep Gurish close by. The demons know she's missing. Drache needs to come to the city, or come to us, or however. Yeah.
Okay. After a few moments, you are getting a reply from her, as this a way the spell works. We do not know where Gurish is, but she has been freed from the demon's control. More than likely, one, they know she's free. Now, a reply can be a lot longer than what you sent, so you know. But basically, Gurish is missing. They're like, she may be trying to help y'all in another way. We don't know. If she comes back, we'll let her know. And we will let Drache know to start heading that way, since it is deemed that he may be needed there. I cannot bring him by the house due to the tracking, and we don't want to bring the orb back into the Empire.
I understand all that. I would. Helen would have a slight frown on her face for getting this message and say, Darish is missing in action at the moment, and don't really know where she is. And I would say this to the group, and kind of not really wanting to look anyone in the eyes.
Rom is hardcore staring at you.
I'm not looking at you in the eye. Oh, fuck no.
And that's
I just.
She's just being the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger here.
bang,
She's just.
bang, bang.
Like, don't shoot me, I'm just a messenger. Alan does say that word for word. With her hands up, just looking down on the ground.
I'm the messenger. I'm the messenger.
Don't kill me. Yes.
And I'd be like, figures. I remember that one time Grom and I talked to Gurish.
Now she can also. Now she also probably passed along as she passed that she was cured. She is free of their control, but she's just gone missing. So Grom could have this look of whatever, just staring, but he's probably realizing she could be doing something orcish right now.
Yes. Helen would say, good news first. Gurish is cured. She's on our side. Bad news, she's MIA. Don't kill me, please.
Bang, you're dead. Yeah.
Bang, bang into the room.
That's more how Helen would say it. And then she would look at Fire Dancer and say, they will let your godfather know to head towards our way.
Good. And who is Gurish exactly?
Gurish is. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. I mean, please.
Yeah, Gurish is a orcish succubus that used to be our enemy, but we were able to, thanks to my buddy over here, Grom, able to talk her to value orc customs over her orc or the succubus nature, and she was Grom's master, and that's how he was able to get through to her. And when we got her cured, well, now she can be more of an orc than a succubus. She's one of Balzarus succubus, by the way.
Okay.
We had a very persuasive bard.
Who's a bard?
Never mind.
I'm about to say, who's the bard here? Am I missing a character?
It's a joke on the D&D typicality of what bards not typically do, which is be high charisma and want to be with anything that moves. But apparently nobody else got that right away, so
Okay.
this is just a bad joke.
Yeah, I would say so. So, now that we know this, we got 2 orbs we need to figure out where they're at. If Amethyst doesn't mind reading the Dwarvish book, I'll get someone here that can read the Halfling, if none of you can, to read that book at some point tomorrow.
If you don't mind, Sylvanka, depending on how busy I am, I'd like to try to learn some Dwarvish with my teacher here. She's been trying to help me with it, the language.
That's fine.
Out of
but
character, we got language competition going on. The two non-dwarvish speakers are slapping each over the book.
Titania's not there. Titania
Oh,
is
okay.
still
Well,
at her post to read lips for another day, and then she'll be brought back tomorrow night.
Yeah, see, you don't even have to worry about it.
Still, the elf and the dragonborn are still trying to fight over who gets to learn dwarves first. Tagging the poor dwarf left and right.
I've had
So I'm
better luck.
supposing-
So far, I've had better luck reading out of a book to learn languages than I have learning it from a person.
That is actually kind of true.
Well,
You'll have a better time when you
sorry.
you'll have a better time reading the book when you actually learn the alphabet, which you still don't know the song.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the time that I learned what was the Fey language or whatever, I learned at a decently fast rate. I've done Wolfgarian at a decently fast rate, yet when I learned
You are not fluent in Wolfgarian yet.
I know.
You're not even here. You're reading lips.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I'm up to.
I'll take the book, thank you.
Okay. So tomorrow, who wants to come with me and Helen to meet her father?
I do, but I'm not there.
If I didn't have a bounty, I would.
Well, but still, of course, you can't. So basically, she's asking Grom and Amethyst is though.
Yeah, it's down to Gran.
I said I can.
Very well. Then we'll be going to the Thorn Inn, which I own stock in, you could say. And he's supposed to meet us there. So let's get some rest and such. I'll see y'all in the morning. And she kind of leaves.
Is she going through the door or out the window?
You don't know how she leaves at times. That's the thing.
She just disappeared.
Blanca.
Yeah, she just kind of disappears on you after a couple of seconds. Let's just say she has a certain item that gives her certain advantages.
Helen just kind of
This is in character, as in Amethyst. Honestly, would it kill you to use a door?
Yes, probably.
As in character with Helen. Why would she do that? It's more sexy that way when she's leaving without us knowing. Finished before our eyes.
And Grom claps his hands.
I clap with you. Clap, 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 clap.
And he points at Helen. I knew it.
You knew what?
Okay.
I knew you had odd luck.
Let's just say I just made a roll on that.
Oh no.
Rolls are fun.
Oh yeah, definitely in this kind of situation.
No, she wasn't near enough to hear me. Shit.
Kiss her. Good dragon. Kiss her. Kiss her.
No. Oh no.
Kiss her on the cheek.
Anyway, with that all said, you find your beds. Eventually, get sleep up.
Still gets to. Oh god.
Yeah, but still's probably a little bit anxious in his sleep because of the bounty being raised, of course. So
Yeah.
He tells Grom to hold him tightly.
Aww.
Okay.
So with that,
Strength roll. Grom,
Trust
you're
me,
crushing
Grom.
my
Unless Grom rolls way sorry in that, that's a no contest. And I don't think we really need rolls on that. So
head.
morning comes, and y'all are back in the common room area after getting up, waiting, trying to decide what to do. Amethyst has probably got the dwarven ancient historical book and is reading it on about the Albalbis sphere. Actually, starting reading where there's references to it.
Wait, so are you reading about the what?
I haven't
one of the
believed-
other
Second-
spheres.
One of the spheres that you don't know anything about. You're still over reading. You're probably already reading lips this morning, so don't worry.
Yeah, I got. What was the word you said though?
Albalbis.
Ivalbis. Ivalbis.
Yes,
I have it typed in chat, so
it's in the chat.
Proud of you.
Dragon, Mr. DM. Helen would be reading her grimoire that she was given to from Drache as she waits for her.
And as you are waiting and you had opened up this book, you're looking over the spells and such, you're noticing a new one is in there from your reading the
Yep.
night before. And it's one that is actually, it's like, I need to go shopping type thing. Because you don't have this on you at the moment. You've got to actually go buy some things today.
Yep.
So you can say this out loud as such for the spell you have learned, but you want to go buy supplies.
Yeah.
Okay. If you need any recommendations on supplies, let me know.
I think that would be good.
I'll.
Are you even going to state what the spell is?
Yeah, I am.
So
Is it in D&D spells or is it in?
yeah, it's a
It's not
D&D
even-
spell. It is a D&D spell.
Okay. I just don't
It's
see
just
it
going to be
myself.
tweaked homebrew a bit.
Okay.
It's called Find Familiar. Now,
Yep.
but still, as a wizard, you know what the spell is.
Yes, sir.
In fact, you're able to use it if you wanted to actually switch over to learn it. And basically, it is the spell of summoning a familiar, sort of like what Helen had already had troubling around with her, but Helen never technically summoned this one. It was her mom's. It was kind of attached to her, but now that she says this, and she seems to be a little giddy, like, okay, I need to get these supplies to do the spell and such.
Like, I want to try this out. Like, basically, out of character as Wolf on Friday. Everything's so pretty! I can't wait! All, like, giggly like that.
Okay.
Basically.
Pretty booza.
Like, I can't. Like, how it's just like, I can't wait to use this spell. Oh, this is going to make life so much easier. And just like, keeps going on and on. Not kind of stopping to.
And you know this is a little bit of a costly spell, per se, of ingredients costing around 10 gold, and she's also got to get one of these brass braziers to do this with. It's a long ritual, an hour ritual to do this sort of spell.
Yep.
So, with that, for the day, Titania, go ahead and give me 3 more perception rolls.
Okay. Uh, 8. 20.
Okay.
I did the wrong.
GG.
Another 20. The funnier thing is when I did the initial
Failure.
that second roll, I accidentally wrote play and had to erase it the first time. And then I just, for some reason, didn't do it the second time. Because the thing is, on one of my other Discords, the exclamation point play is a command for a rhythm bot, so.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we don't have the body here.
I
Yeah,
know
that's
that.
yeah,
why
that's that's cool. Okay,
muscle
that's
memory.
good for Titania on what she learned. Doesn't learn much in the morning, but she actually got the 2 rolls that really mattered for this day, so that's good. But we'll cover that this evening when Titania gets back. So
So what did you see in the morning? The only notes I have are sexy female. That's all I was able to get.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll go with that.
Tanya didn't have her morning coffee. She didn't have the first cup of Joe.
Anyway, all of a sudden, well, first, Helen, make me a perception roll. You can use your advantage.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh no.
You said perception?
Yeah, perception.
Okay, I do it. Oh!
Yay.
Oh, only 11. Oh, I failed that.
Yep, you
I'm
definitely
so
failed.
sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry.
That is not my.
If anyone else would like to do a perception, even though I don't think
would.
anyone, other than Titania, because Titania's over on the other side of town.
I will pray to Titania.
Oh, no.
Titania for
I mean, I'm in the room, so I might as well.
Yeah, might as well. Even though I'm gonna state right now, unless you roll a crit, anyone, you're not gonna notice anything.
No. We all don't see it.
I have never.
Fire danger is appearing. Basically, is what Dragon's telling us.
I'm sorry.
Yep. Fire danger has appeared, and we did not know it.
Yeah, fire dancer is appearing, all right. Right behind you, Helen, kissing your cheek as she becomes visible.
Yeah.
Just freezes like. Oh. Blushing madly. You just see her faces go red. Like,
Does she make an audible eep?
just, just a, like, little, like,
And you all see this as she has just kissed her cheek. Morning, everyone.
Hey,
Grom just points to Helen and says, I knew it.
hey, Sylvanka, I'll let you learn about something. I go over to Grom and I kiss his lips. And I walk away.
She just shrugs at that. Doesn't even faze her.
Amethyst wasn't looking up until she heard the eep and has no idea what was going on.
Well, you do see Helen having the huge red blush going on right now.
Oh, my cheeks are
And Savanka is right behind her, so you have a pretty good idea.
And Grom is pointing at Helen saying, I knew it.
Knew what? Was she here all along?
She's everywhere.
Anyway.
Well, Amethyst, we now know why she didn't go for the other Wolfgarian.
His dance moves, though.
I'm just staying quiet, trying to okay, that just happened. Just in my head, mentally calming myself. I kiss my sixth woman. Yep. Okay, this happened. I need to stop flushing and not look at Grom. Directly away from Grom. Do not even look at Grom.
Amethyst raises an eyebrow and says, and looks back into her book.
Anyway, of course, Bastille is staying here going over a few other things as I've brought, which he hands you another stack of parchment with a your booklet. This is some stuff I picked up during the night, along with these boots that she's holding in her other hand, which Grom can tell is about his size.
Grom will take the boots.
Sorry, I couldn't find the helmet yet. I'll work on that at some point today. Hopefully, we can get you ready for disguise. But you will need to do some intelligence rolls on that, but still to figure out what's in all that.
Oh boy.
So anyway, I think Helen and Grom and myself are going to the Thorn Inn. Okay. That is a good roll. You're actually going to get some good information out of that.
Woo! No, I wish everyone luck today. I know I'm going to be trying to learn some Dwarven and see what else I can learn.
Oh yes, Amethyst, are you going to go out to do anything, or are you going to just try to stay here and figure out the book on at least one of these? Go ahead.
I believe I'll be staying in this afternoon.
Understood. Good. We'll be back as soon as possible. And there is a halfling on their way named Jenna. She's a friend of mine, and she'll be looking over the book there that's in halfling for you.
Does she use duels?
Who says I didn't use a door?
Are we to be expecting Jenna to appear at random?
I doubt she's like how I do my entrances.
It's fine, Amethyst. Who knows, Sylvanka might get us some drinks and stuff later.
Noted.
So,
but yes, thank you for getting my quote-unquote boyfriend all of his armor.
Not yet. There's still a helmet and gauntlets.
Or most of his armor.
So, anyway, Helen, Grom, if you're both ready. As she puts a hand kind of on Helen's shoulder. That's free now.
Of course.
Grom would get up.
So, you all leave by conventional means, walking out the gate.
Because we can't disappear like Sylvanka can.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amethyst has had her eye on this little group when you got together, waiting to see if you would abruptly vanish and by what means.
Thing is,
well, you just see Helen just kind of stiff to be right, I'm walking right next to Fire Dancer that I find hot and sexy. Right, yeah. So, a little bit of a wreck.
Grom can't disappear.
Yes, you can. You're silent as a fox.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
No, that's
I mean, at times, I did.
Yes.
At times, yes, but
Even in
this
armor.
is not one of the times.
Yeah, even in
No.
half-plate armor that is at disadvantage rolling, he still disappears better than the druid that shouldn't have had a problem.
Or the Wolfgarian that should have a problem but didn't.
I've had my times where I disappeared just fine.
Yeah, you have. Everyone has. So,
I was also under the effects of a spell for
so
most of the
as
day.
as Savanka and the other two are walking to the Thorn Inn, which happens to be quite a distance. About after 20 minutes after they left, you have a knock on the door. Bastille and Amethyst.
Come on
I'll
in.
get to the
Hello.
door. No!
Oh, okay. You got it. Fine.
Do you really just tell people to come in at any tap at the door? What's the matter with you?
Well, I mean, I'm not expecting anyone. It's supposed to be safe.
You're not hiding for your life or anything as
I'll
she
just
goes
use
to open
fireball
the
in your
door.
face.
When you open the door, you happen to see the Wolfgarian that is, of course, the head there, the Raucous. And next to him, you see this, your halfling. Female.
Being Amethyst, I probably noticed the halfling female first and a pair of knees standing next to her.
Yeah, probably.
I've been
Finally,
expecting
someone.
you. Come in.
Finally, someone she can look eye to eye with.
I can really see eye to eye with this one.
Oh, jeez.
Actually, you're probably able to look over her head, actually.
Finally,
Come in,
Amethyst
we've
is
been
the tall
expecting you.
one.
I'm the tall one.
So what Bastille says, which he's a little bit more normal at times when he's not flirting with Grom, he'll say, "Oh, hey, hope you both had a good morning today. And what's your name, Miss?"
I'm Jenna. Miss Firedancer asked me to come read over researching a book for her here. I understand you
Awesome.
have it.
Yes. Come have a seat, Jenna, and make sure there's a seat for Jenna that's comfortable. And I let her have the halfling to read. So.
Alright. She's like, alrighty. And she starts going through reading. And you see her pull out a bunch of parchment and is actually starting to write in common.
Very appreciated on the common translation.
Oh, not a problem, as I understand it, due to language limitations. I figure I would get you a copy just in case. I don't know what exactly you're looking for. I was asked to translate it and all that. You can figure out the meanings.
Yeah, just do your best, and Amethyst here can get you anything if you need a break or whatever.
Yes, that one's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. And she's just going on with the writing. As such, Amethyst, I take it you're going to be picking back up the book to read.
Yeah, and I invite I invite Bastille over to
Now, he's working on
occasionally
his
pick out
own
a few
stuff at the moment. So, I don't know
Alright.
if this is the best time for teaching a language per se.
Yeah, I
And
didn't know how we're gonna do this, so because I
never
want
mind
to
then.
do it doesn't mean that we can do it. I appreciate the effort, though.
yeah, but can be. But I do need a intelligence roll from you as to what you're picking up from the book right now. That's in Dwarvish. You do have advantage because it is Dwarvish. You understand the language.
Okay.
Woo!
And
+2.
+1. That's not. Oh, all right.
Oh no,
So
I'm
2d10?
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong sheet here. It is +1 for
No, well,
you,
that was
so
it is +1. Nah. Oh my god, I'm stupid. That was with advantage.
yeah, I know. So for
Well,
you,
Well, just
it's
have to
going to
remember.
take most of a day for you to understand the or the ancient of it. This is definitely uh, ancient
Archaic.
dwarvish, yeah, archaic language. So it's taking you a bit longer to actually get this fleshed out about the obelisk.